Hey, what's up? Tony here. Hoping I can make a sort of a welding tips video for those of you in modified razors. So the first thing I do with welding is, especially Fluxcore, is the gun is going to get all sorts of spatter and crap in it. So the first thing you do, just take your welding pliers and just kind of clean it out like that. Now, I was told when you were welding that you were kind of up in the air like this, and it's kind of hard to have control when you're up in the air, and I see you holding onto the tip. I mean, you could do that if you're wearing the gloves, but that thing gets really hot really fast. And so what I do, I just hold it down here, and I try to hold it, put my fingers somewhere in such a way that I have some support and have more control. Okay. Another thing you can do is you can actually butt up the tip right on your material, because when you take this off, so this piece right here is electrically, it's one with the wire, right? But this one, the inside of it is, but it's got insulation right there. So the housing for the tip is not electrically conductive with the wire. So putting it up right on the material, you're not going to get an instant short to ground. So you can actually go right there and then just put your tags just like that. Okay, let's switch it on. So the first thing you're going to want to do after you got everything clean, two things: you got to make sure your metal is clean, and you got a clean piece of wire, a clean tip with the wire. So you can use this side of the pliers and just bottom out just like that and cut it off, but that's kind of too much wire for me unless I'm doing something a lot bigger and thicker. So what I do is I like to have about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16, maybe even a quarter max. Okay. Next thing you want to do is make sure whatever you're welding is super clean. So if you look, this metal right here, it looks clean, but it's probably not clean because it's been sitting for a while. It's probably got a bunch of oxidation and such. So you're going to want to clean that up for sure. This one, you can see it's got rust, it's got mill scale on the C channel. So we're going to want to clean that up. So the most common kind of wheel is this regular grinding wheel. It's the cheapest one. You're going to get a lot of life out of one of these. I love these. I use these for everything. Another thing that works really well is using a sanding wheel. I'll show you how to set that up. What I like to do is I like to take a flat cutoff wheel, a regular one. Usually when I use cutoff wheels, I like these ones because they give you a little more clearance from the head of the grinder. But I like this one, the flat cutoff wheel, and then just put a sanding disc right on it and center it on there, and then carefully tighten the nut. So you're going to want to do this two-handed. After you center it, you hold them together so that they don't move as you're putting the nut on, the nut on there. Just give it just a little bit of, just like that. Now whenever you do something like this where it's like, it's not standard, because this wheel, I know this thing is perfect, it'll run perfect, but when you do something like this, you just want to give it a quick spin to make sure everything is kind of aligned and stuff before you let it spool up to full RPM and just watch it blow up. Like, I've gone through a bunch of cutoff wheels, and maybe in like 50 of them or something, I've only seen one that was kind of wobbly. I brought it back, got a refund. So, looks good to me. Enough for me for what we're doing right now. Let's do this. So another thing that you're going to need with pretty much any kind of welding, and especially Fluxcore, is a wire brush. I like to have it on the end of a tool. What I do here is I got this mini chuck. It'll take up to a 1/4 inch tool. It's a 1/4 inch hex. You can get these for about $15 at the local Ace or whatever. I've got an assortment of wire wheels. You know, I use this one probably the most. This one is pretty good too, and this one is really good for getting in the tight spots. So, just like that, clean it up. That's what we got, a couple of nice tacks. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I never weld that good. My welds usually look really bad, but this is, yeah. So I just got lucky for this video. I hope it helped you out.